Hello, thank you for checking out my video today. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chris. We have a good video here today all about the Maui Jim black coral sunglasses. So these are really cool. They are a very nice pair of sunglasses. They're kind of, I want to call them maybe like a sleeper in their lineup, maybe something that's not as popular as a lot of other frames are. However, these are really cool. So I'm really glad that I have them here today for you and that I can do a video and show you, what they're all about. So if you're new here to the channel, I do have a bunch of videos here all about Maui Jim sunglasses. I also have a whole mess of videos all about Costa Del Mar sunglasses as well. But what we really do here a lot is we do all kinds of videos on outdoor apparel. Things like base layers, jackets, pants, boots, and we get into some backpacks, sunglasses, and some Yeti products as well. And I have a little website called Me and My Jackets where we look at what to wear when we're outdoors doing things like hiking, trekking, climbing, skiing, snowboarding, camping, fishing, sailing, perhaps even a mountain biking or trail running. So lots of cool stuff here. I have a ton of videos here, and all the videos are broken down into different categories here in the playlists to help you find things a lot easier. So thank you very much for taking the time today to check out this video. Let's dive into these things. So these black corals is a model that for the longest time I have seen on the Maui Jim website. And I see them and I say, yeah, they look cool. And then for some reason, I just skip past them and go to something else. Finally, I said, you know what? I want to try those. I want to see what they're all about. So here they are. And I'm really glad I finally got a chance to check these out because they're really, really cool sunglasses. They have a nice rectangular frame in the front. To me, they kind of blend a rimless pair of sunglasses look with perhaps an aviator style in the fact that it is a frame all around it. They are not rimless, but it has that sleek rectangular look of like a pair of rimless sunglasses. They're actually pretty nice. These are their premium pair of sunglasses. They use Maui Jim's super thin glass, which is going to give you the best clarity and just overall a really great view. They're going to be very resistant to scratches, just much more durable than, say, a polycarbonate lens is. So what really is unique about this particular pair of sunglasses is the temple arms. The temple arms here have what they call an acetate frame here. It's kind of like a plastic, but it's a very smooth plastic and it has all kinds of colors inside. So the black coral is basically found in Hawaii, and I'm kind of envisioning that what this is perhaps modeled after is perhaps they take a piece of black coral and you cut a slice into it. And if you cut a slice into it, you see all these different colors, different veins of color. So that's kind of what we see here on these temple arms. It goes from a white to like a creamy yellow to a brown to almost like a very light gray. Very cool here. Definitely gives it some character. So that's what you see here on the inside of the temple arms. On the outside of the temple arms, it really kind of has like a streaky, kind of creamy yellow to brown coloration to it from, looking at it from this angle. It's definitely more colorful on the inside, but that's kind of cool. Now the rest of the frame, where the hinges connect here and it wraps all around the front of the glasses, is what they call a monometal. So what that is basically it's an extremely strong corrosive resistant alloy, and then it has all these acetate tips here. So temple arms. So a very cool pair of sunglasses. It's definitely a premium model here in their lineup. It also has spring hinges. They are corrosion resistant spring hinges, so they're very nice. And the spring hinges are kind of cool. I really am growing to like the spring hinges a lot because they're simply a lot easier to put them on your face because they're flexible and they kind of spread apart nicely. But then once they're on, the springs kind of grip you better, right? They kind of just tighten it up enough to keeps it secure on your head. So they're really nice. Now, this is not going to be a really sporty pair of sunglasses that you're going to wear if you're playing volleyball on the beach. I don't think, I mean, obviously you could use it if you're sport fishing, but perhaps there's better models for that, right? More wrap style sunglasses. These to me are going to be a little more dressy. Just more formal. Perhaps if you're, going out to dinner, if you're, in a jacket and tie at a wedding, or, you're at a party, these are going to be just a more formal kind of pair of sunglasses. Of course, you can be, casually walking around town wearing these or driving, absolutely. I just think that, when it comes to like sport fishing or playing volleyball or mountain biking or something, these might not be your best choice. Another reason why I say that as well is because a lot of those sunglasses that you're going to wear doing all those activities have more like rubber pads here on the temple tips, behind your ears to help grip and hold on your face. They may have little bigger of nose pieces here, to keep it more secure and in place. Or these don't have that, okay? So that's why I'm saying, to me, it's more of just a dressy style pair of sunglasses. I do think they look great. They're really, really nice. They kind of remind me of a pair of Costas that I have called the Turrets. They too have the same kind of idea of, this narrow rectangular lens on a nice lightweight pair of sunglasses. So yeah, but these are really, really nice. I do like these a lot. Now, let me give you the measurements on these things. They are listed as a medium fit from Maui Jim, and I agree with that. I have like an average size head. So sunglasses that are between a medium and a large, both of those medium or large really fit me pretty well. Some of the extra larges get a little too big on me, but it just depends on the style. But these fit me very well. I absolutely love the fit of these. So the medium here is definitely spot on. Now the lenses here the length across is 65 millimeters. It has a 15 millimeter bridge, and it's 39 millimeters in depth from top to bottom. So, a nice, sleek, trim pair of sunglasses. It has a base curve of 8, which is kind of nice, right? It just kind of wraps around your face nicely. And the temple arm length is 130 millimeters. Now, I did weigh these. They weigh 45 grams. So, not too bad. Not the lightest pair of sunglasses around. But at 45 grams, they come in right around the same weight as many other pairs of sunglasses that are using the super thin glass. Okay, so the glass is going to add some weight to any pair of sunglasses. If there were polycarbonate lenses in here, I would probably say this would probably weigh around 30 grams or somewhere in that ballpark, right? You can probably take off at least, 10 or 12 grams just in the difference between glass lenses and polycarbonate lenses. So I basically told you about the frame here a little bit. It's all metal from the temple tip here where the temple arm hinge connects. Around the front is all that metal. And then obviously from the hinge back, the temple arm is all the acetate. It's basically like a plastic. But it's a very smooth, shiny kind of plastic. It's very nice, actually. So the nose guards here, the little pads for the nose, are small but simple, right, and clean. But they're comfortable. They actually are pretty comfortable for a little light pad here. it actually adds a nice bit of comfort in these. It's not pinching on the nose, it's not tight, it's, you know, it actually feels really, really good. Great. Now, these glasses, as I said, you know, they do weigh 45 ounces, so they are not the lightest thing. So again, for sporty activities like, you know, trail running, mountain biking, playing volleyball on the beach or something like that, for that you probably want a polycarbonate lens that's going to be much lighter weight. So yeah, definitely a little more dressy and formal here on these black corals. But very cool. I really do like these a lot. So let me just put them on. I gotta give you a little close-up here of what they really look like. You can see the side of my face. They fit really nicely. The temple arm is nice, right? Both sides. Really a great pair of sunglasses here from Maui Jim. So again, you know, I'm really glad that I actually got a chance to buy these and check them out and show you what they're, you know, all about and, you know, introduce you to these. I believe they've been in the Maui Jim lineup for a long time, you know, for many years, but they are very cool. Now, they also come with a nice case, as you know, same case that comes with all the Maui Jim sunglasses. And inside the case, you know, you get a nice cleaning cloth. But what's neat about these cases is that they do fold up. And they become just this little thing you can stick in your pocket, in your backpack or whatever, and carry it along with you. And it's not going to be a big bulky, you know, case with, you know, zippers or whatever else. And then they simply unfold and they form this nice little triangular shaped case. So this is not going to be the most durable, toughest, you know, you're not going to like, you know, run over this with a truck, okay? But it is definitely a nice protective case. I've owned Maui Jim sunglasses for several years now. I've never had any issues with them getting damaged in the case. The cases keep them very, very nicely. You know, I keep them in my car. I keep some in my house. You know, they're always on the move. So yeah, a nice case that, let me say, is durable enough to protect your glasses in everyday use, but really nice that they can fold up and stick it in your backpack or in your back pocket, and you can just wear your glasses and keep the case with you without carrying anything bulky. Okay, so that's it. Just a simple video here today, and hopefully, you know, you've enjoyed, you know, learning about the black corals from Maui Jim. So thank you very much for watching today. If you liked the video, please hit the little thumbs up, the like button here, and subscribe to the channel if you're into this stuff. Take some time, take a look around. Like I said, I have a ton of videos on all kinds of Maui Jim stuff and Costa sunglasses, as well as all those jackets and pants and boots and base layers and all that stuff. So if you're into the outdoors and you like doing all those adventures, yeah, please take some time, take a look around. Hopefully you can find something here that can help you out and interest you and answer some questions. So thank you very much for watching today, and we'll see you back soon in another video. Take care. Bye.